let's get to our game because we've had quite the start between Cleff and Franchise. First play of the game, Cleff throws an interception. Franchise able to cash in with a touchdown run, and Cleff then fumbles on the next drive. And Franchise with Eric Dickerson looking to go up by 2 scores. Cleff the God in major trouble.
This Eric Dickerson has been a problem for everybody Franchise has played today. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
The winner of this will take on DeKing in the final tonight. Big shout out to the entire chat. It's been rolling all night long, but we appreciate all of you guys. Bray Gaming asking, who are the legends? We do not have the legend reveals tonight, as it is Thanksgiving weekend, but we do have the NFL 100 reveals tonight. And, well, let's just say there's some pretty good players getting revealed. All defense, but we've got, of course, Bobby Bell, who we already had one person take a Bobby Bell tonight. We have that Lawrence Taylor that everybody is clamoring for. We got Alan Page at DT, and we got Deacon Jones. Those are true legends.
All 4 can play for me.
Anyone wants to come on my team? Let's go.
At Rocket Mortgage, we get that a home is more than a house. It's your escape, your fortress, your arena. So we'll be here when you need us, handling house so you can do home. Rocket Mortgage, official mortgage lender of esports.
Well, not a great start for Cleff. He's down 14-0, 2 turnovers in 2 drives. But if there's one person I would put on the list of players that can come back from bad starts, it's Cleff the God.
Well, you know, like we've kind of stressed the whole time about how runners, when they fall behind 2 scores, really have a problem in competitive Madden this year. Cleff is not a runner. Cleff has dots. Cleff makes reads. 2 scores to him is not a big deal, especially in the first quarter.
Let's see what he's got. Andrew Luck dropping back on 1st and 10. Had the slant over the left side, but he's just going to say, how about I throw a dot to Tyreek Hill? Just like that, back to a 1-score game. Cleff the God, he's Cleff the Dot.
Most players would have taken the drag across, or the crosser, and taken the 15, 20 yards. He held the ball, stayed patient, stayed calm in the pocket, found the deep play, and took 7.
And just like that, really a game that has been a horrible start for Cleff. Maybe it's a little karma for using W's team. Maybe did W sprinkle a little like, listen, you're using my team.
Salt chef.
Yeah, just a little bit of that on top. But it's 14-7. Now Franchise back on offense with that Eric Dickerson at halfback.
I mean, it's kind of what we said with the game versus Wesley. Wesley is an explosive offensive player. Franchise is kind of a grinded-out guy right now. It really puts a lot of pressure on him to continue to score.
All right, guys. I think somebody out there probably wants one of these NFL 100. So why don't we give another one away? Your choice, which one of the 4 NFL 100s were released today. All you got to do to win that, you just got to be following the channel. Hit the heart button right at the top. It is free to follow. You don't have to sub. Just hit the heart button at the top. You got to be active in the chat, and you have to be a positive force for good. Shout out to our guy, Mutt Guru, at the PFFG. Let me know who you want. Who do you want? I'm going to guess it's LT. But we did already see a Bobby Bell get taken.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Give me Lawrence Taylor. Give me 4 Lawrence Taylors. That's what I want. You know, when Mutt first started, you could have different variations of players on the field at the same time. And Problem hosted a tournament on a website one time, and I had 3 Lawrence Taylors on the field at the same time.
That sounds okay.
Yeah.
Sounds not bad. So 8 out of 4. Franchise with the lead. He's already got $1,000 in Rocket Mortgage Blitz cash for taking out Wesley. Now he's looking for that title of Friday Night Football champion. Cleff trying to hold him off. Cleff's won this tournament just a couple of times.
Yeah, Cleff's won a lot of tournaments. Cleff has established himself as one of the best players in the last 2 years. You know, he played back in the day and kind of took some time off, kind of focused on his own athletic career. And then now he got into coaching, and, you know, here he is playing Madden.
Now 3rd and 3 for Franchise. Does Cleff have some run D? Handoff. Dickerson, stretch run, gets up there with Tillman, but Eric Dickerson too tough to bring down. It's a first down for Franchise.
Yeah, we see it again. You know, jukebox, not necessarily to make somebody miss, but to get into the hole and get some extra yards.
And also that jukebox can break tackles even when you're in that animation, which makes it sort of a triple threat.
Right. You get locked in there and you just start flicking the right stick and get out of it.
Now 1st and 10. Aikman at the helm. How do you feel seeing the Aikman in the green jersey? Is that weird?
Yeah, I mean, it's mutt. You kind of get used to it. You're really oblivious to
You really
anything
do,
like that, yeah.
like I wondered, like, would it be weird seeing, like, all the Jim Browns and non-Browns? And you're like, I get it.
Honestly, it's weird seeing him in a Cowboys jersey on Madden at this point.
Dickerson, no room left side. He'll maybe get a yard on the play. Chat, you guys have been awesome today. We appreciate you hanging out with us day after Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday weekend as, dare I say, the Christmas season is upon us.
Yeah.
The whole holiday, the December holiday extravaganza. I wonder if anybody got any good Black Friday deals. Let us know. We didn't have time to Black Friday shop.
That time of year where I bring my AirPods into every store I go to so I don't have to hear Christmas music.
AirPods have been the greatest gift in my life for no reason other than it tells every Uber driver I'm not talking to you.
Right.
I love the friendly people in Huntsville, Alabama, but every time I get an Uber driver, it says, it's known for great conversation. I'm like, it's 8 in the morning. Just don't talk to me.
Mine wanted to talk to me the whole 20 minutes. I was half tempted to write a message on my phone and tell them I was deaf. So.
XXA Story 5XX. Following since last week. It's a good time to follow. You got yourself your choice of NFL 100 cards. Check your whispers. Make sure you claim it. 2nd and 9. For franchise. Yeah, just like, if my Uber driver doesn't say a word to me on the entire thing, I try to get him 6 stars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dickerson, spin move. Tillman will bring him down.
Looks like he's doing a better job of slowing the run down on this drive.
The other bad part about Ubering in Huntsville is I'm pretty sure there are only like 9 Uber drivers, so I've had the same guy 3 times.
Guy, yeah.
And he is a chatty dude, and I'm like, bro.
Was he Puerto Rican?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm like, bro, like, I appreciate it, but, like, and most of the time, I'm a friendly guy. At 8:30 in the morning, I'm not. Like,
right.
I just want to just die. I just want to get to the hotel.
I'm not friendly till noon.
Because that's when you go to bed?
Depends on what day of the week it is.
Common sense. Appreciate it, man. As franchises, this is now. And there are a lot of people out there. I'm going to speak to the people in the community who've been watching competitive Madden for a long time. This is called a punt. It's a rare play where he's actually going to use his foot to propel the ball down the field and actually give it to Cleff the God. Look, just like that.
I don't get it.
I know, it's confusing. Cleff is now going to have the ball at the 11-yard line. It's like an intentional interception.
Weird. Okay. It's a first.
I know. It's weird.
Cleff going back to bunch. I mean, this has been his
bread and butter.
This has been his staple for the last 2 years. And like I said, last time we saw him on the stream here, he was an eye tight, and it was just weird to see him and run heavy formations.
What playbook is that in? I think it's West Coast.
Global.
1st and 10. Luck sitting down. Good pressure up the middle by Jadeveon Clowney.
Do you remember back in the day, Madden had a global playbook, and it had every formation in the game all in one playbook?
Guys, remember, we got our Mudhead t-shirt giveaway at the end of the stream. You get a point for each minute you're in the stream. Subscribers get double points. You can check how many points you have by putting exclamation points in the chat. To enter, you have to go exclamation giveaway. You'll get the link to get your tickets. Tickets cost a point apiece, so get yourself those tickets to win that Mudhead gear. As Luck, a little escape artist, to escape the safety, and then he takes a hit.
He didn't fumble.
You never like seeing Andrew Luck taking a hit over the middle of the field.
No.
That's why he's not playing football anymore.
You don't like seeing Andrew Luck take hits anywhere.
You saw that montage of Andrew Luck congratulating all the guys who sacked him?
Yeah.
It might be my favorite video.
It was a really,
great
really
hit,
cool.
big boy.
Yeah. That was really good. He was fun to watch.
I thought I was so disappointed in Colts fans seeing him boo him off the field.
It was awful. Look, man, he thought about his future. You know, you can't be mad at him for that.
Ooh, that wasn't the best user we've ever seen. As Harrison's going to pick up the first down. Troy Apke went flying.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Sometimes you click on and they get stuck in a weird hit stick animation. It kind of takes you out of the play.
Vegas Black Hole asking, is that Dickerson full power up?
You know, I'm not sure. I would imagine it is for him to get the abilities, yeah. Look, and these guys that are toters and run-first guys, they hold nothing back on their running backs.
Will Andrew Luck make a comeback? No.
No, he's done.
He's done.
He's got a Stanford education. He's got plenty of money in the bank. He has no reason to come back and risk his health.
He rehabbed so much to get back from those injuries and just couldn't get there.
Zero reason to come back and risk his health. You know, guys like Barry Sanders, you know, is Barry going to come back? No, they don't care.
Calvin Johnson. It's a lot of Lions.
It's a lot of Lions.
It's a lot of Lions. They really just don't want to play in Detroit.
Could be. Yeah.
What's that? If I come back after playing Detroit? No, just retire.
I'm good.
I'm just going to retire, man. Will Andrew Luck get an upgrade?
I don't think he would. I don't know how he would.
I don't think he
I mean, unless they brought back some kind of promo where, people could, like golden tickets where you could actually pick the card.
Hill with the stretch run right side. Another first down for Cleff. He got to stop defensively. He's going to get this drive down all the way to the 2-minute warning. Winner of this game will take on the world's most frustrating offense to play against, the Kings Heavy Panther.
Right, and then it kind of also poses the question, where would you rather be? Would you rather be in the Kings' shoes and get to watch this whole game and see what's going on? Or would you rather be playing this game and get the win and kind of continue to ride that momentum? Yeah,
that's the question I kept asking guys at the clubs. Like, where would you rather be? Would you rather be the first semifinal and then have to, like, cool down and watch from the back? Or would you rather just, if you win, carry that momentum into the final? As that guy got blocked, got up. Jadeveon Clowney is just that good, okay? He's just that good.
And I'm not the most cerebral Madden player in the world. I'm very much a freestyle type player. I would rather just play, stay on the sticks, and continue to win games and stay hot. If I get off, there's a good chance I lose by 40 when I get back on.
Yeah, some guys who are like pure like feel players, the momentum players, they just want to play as many games as they can.
Right, like a guy like Serious Mo would benefit from playing games back to back to back to back. Whereas a guy like maybe a young Kiv who, analyzes stuff much more would be better taking a break and actually sitting down and watching his opponent.
Toberly1 in the chat asked, do these guys have several different that's a fumble for Luck. That's going to be picked up by Franchise. A big turnover, as you can't let your quarterback take hits over the middle. Avoided it earlier. Toberly asking, do these guys have several different game plans to change, or do they just run with one this whole tournament?
And see, I would imagine in the competitive Madden world, you're very familiar with every opponent you play. Cleff has played Franchise before, I'm sure. He's played the King. They've all played each other. So if you're playing a runner or a passer. So, yeah, I would imagine that Cleff has a lineup geared just for run-heavy guys, and he has a lineup built for guys like Joe Rice that like to air it out a lot.
And so Friday Night Football, you can change up your lineups between games.
Right. Where as in the MCS tournaments, I don't think you can.
You submit your lineup before the tournament, and that's your lineup.
And you kind of have to submit a balanced lineup and hope that it's good enough.
Congrats to Ace, claimed that NFL 100 and took big surprise LT.
Oh, shocker! Got a first timer. 4 on audibles and I formation. Yeah, that's Madden 20. Stretch, dive, power row.
Well, Franchise has now forced 3 Clef the God turnovers, an interception and 2 fumbles. He's got $1,000 in the pocket from the Rocket Mortgage Blitzcast, and now an opportunity to get to the final take on to King. 2nd down and 13. Dickerson at the top of the eye. I have a feeling we're going to see him get a carry. Again, with that patch just last week, no more nasty streak outside of the actual offensive lineman. So you're not seeing that. That Lane Johnson on the end is Tyreek Hill on an out route. That Lane Johnson on the end at tight end would have had nasty streak a week and a half ago.
Right, and that needed to be fixed. That ability was just so OP. And, and shout out to the guys at EA for, they check Twitter and they see what we complain about, and they usually get right on top of things and fix stuff like that. They use Twitter, for good. So
3rd and 4. Dizzy AZ says, Rocket Mortgage is great deals for veterans. Yep, they've got, as Dickerson nowhere to go, they got VA loans. They do, just traditional lending. They are all, they do just about everything. Uncle Tat says, y'all are awesome. Thanks, Madden TV. Great games tonight. Great announcers, too. Appreciate you tuning in. As, once again, this is a punt from Franchise.
The second one. I mean, he feels confident in his
trusting
defense.
his defense.
I mean, he's got 3 stops on Cleff. Granted, 2 of them were fumbles, but, stops nonetheless. So, got to have faith in your defense.
Well, let's see what Cleff has with a minute to go. 1 timeout. If there's a guy that can drive down the field with some dots, it's Cleff. He's a little out of his element. The pick, which was off stream, is a bad throw on the right side, and then Andrew Luck has put it on the ground twice.
Well, and I think both those fumbles, Cleff just got greedy. He didn't get down. Sometimes you try to slide and you still get sucked into a tackle animation, and it happens.
There's Luck on 1st and 10, 3-man rush from Franchise. Stepping up and sitting down. How about Jadeveon Clowney? We're not even at halftime. He's got 4 sacks to his name.
Save Franchise there. He had the receiver running down the sideline. If he pass leads that inside, it's a rat catch for a lot of yards.
And now 54 seconds left. Cleff's got 1 timeout remaining. Gun bunch for Cleff, down by 7.
It's got to be a big play here. You got to push the ball down the field.
3-man rush. Looking for that wheel route. He's got John Ross. Boy, he might have had 6.
If he stays in there, it might have been good night.
That safety, bad angle from the safety. Humphrey was beat over the top. Does get out of bounds, but boy, what could have been.
Big play there. Cleff recognized the man coverage, had the wheel route down the right side. That wheel route is going to cook man coverage every single time, and he kept it outside away from the safety over the top.
1st and 10 for Luck, dropping back to pass. Tries to take off. Good defense. Shaq Griffin with the sack. Final timeout taken by Cleff the God.
See, I like what Franchise did there is he moved the safety in the deep blue, moved him closer to the sideline so Cleff couldn't kind of fit that pass in there like last time. I like Cleff to try to maybe attack the seams up the middle of the field this time when he sees him spreading the safeties out wide.
Chris Aaron asking, what is house rules going to be? I don't know. It's a good question.
No runs. All passes.
I'd watch that. Let's call it Dot City.
There'd be a lot of interceptions.
Oh, wait, there's already a Dot City in Superstar KO.
You know I haven't played that mode yet.
KO?
I have not.
I've only played a little bit of it. It was fun while I played it, though. I like it because it's a nice crossing route to Harrison. He'll get out of bounds. I like it because if I'm going to play a game of Madden, the problem is it's a time investment. It's 20, 30 minutes. This game, it could be anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes.
Right.
Superstar KO is 10 minutes tops. It's a great way.
Really?
Yeah, it's just great to hop on and play. I like playing it with my buddies. It's definitely not like if you're looking for rewards, it's not the thing to do. But if you're looking for I want to play a little bit of Madden, but I don't have a ton of time.
Right, just a little bit of fun.
You can just crank out a bunch of games. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, James Lewis said KO is pretty fun. Mr. WX, can you help me get my Twitch packs? I just got my Xbox and used to play on PC.
Got to have your account synced with Twitch, right?
Yeah, you got to have your EA account linked. So whatever your EA account is linked with it, that's where it goes. Luck dropping back on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he's got the wheel. Oh.
If it's not working, you can go to Twitter and ask @EA help. They will help you. Clock's running, 8 seconds and counting.
Like that. I feel like he should have went to the spike right there.
Is he going to go for the score? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. He'll just chuck this out of bounds.
Wow.
It's a long 1 second.
I've said it once. I've said it for years. It's Madden players have the best clock management you'll ever see. They just do. They time things down to the second. He didn't come out and spike that ball and kick the field goal and give Franchise an opportunity to return the kick. He threw the ball away with 1 second. He's going to take his 3, go to half.
The kick is up, and we will reach halftime here in semifinal number 2. It is 14-10. Franchise with 3 forced turnovers has the lead. He's already put $1,000 in his pocket with the Rocket Mortgage Blitz Cash. He's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Got to see if Cleff can find some run defense in the second half because so far, the last 2 drives, he's forced punts from Franchise. So
I'm a Patriot. I don't know what overall his Eric Dickerson is.
High. Very high.
Sandra Lynn says, I guess I'll be playing Madden all weekend. They're calling for 5 to 7 inches of snow. Hey, where do you live? Because I need to avoid wherever that is. And if you say it's where I live, I'm going to be very sad. I think we're just supposed to get rain, though.
I don't ever get snow in Texas, so.
My buddy keeps wanting me to move to Dallas. I'm like, I don't like Dallas. Pass. But we do want to move to warm.
Well, Texas is your spot then. It's warm and cheap.
It is cheap. How about the performance from Franchise tonight? I mean, takes down Wesley, and if he wins this game, he's going to have gone through Wesley and Cleff the God on his way, and he'll have to take down DeKing in the final. Cleff not out of this yet, only down by 4.
No, but I feel like you see this a lot in Friday Night Football. You see guys who have kind of maybe fell off the radar or who weren't on the radar come out in Friday Night Football and really make a run and, collect some cash along the way.
Aikman rolling out, looking left side, waiting, looking, nobody there. He'll check this out of bounds.
Great coverage.
Windgoat says he's getting snow in Minnesota. That's not that surprising.
No,
Tell me what's new.
I haven't seen snow in a minute, and I've traveled too. I've been to I went to Denver for Christmas last year. Saw no snow. I guarantee you, I'm not going to see it in Austin.
Nope. I got a buddy in Phoenix. He's like, I never see snow. I'm like, oh, thanks for bringing it up. 3rd and 5.
120 degrees in July in Phoenix.
Xanderzone says got snow in Vegas. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Let's move to Bristol.
And then it was probably 100 degrees during the day after the snow.
3rd down and 5. I looked at Vegas. I had Vegas pulled up as like it's one of my cities I have for my weather app.
Right.
Look at Dickerson fights through the tackle, picks up a 1st down. I looked at it and it said it was a high of 48 degrees in Vegas, and I went, I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
No, we're not doing legend reveals tonight. TJK Duffy says snows in Austin. Oh.
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah, 12 inches in the UP. Yeah. Yep, that's how it goes.
Phoenix was wearing flip-flops today. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Oh, yeah, and Debo, like Flagstaff, the mountains of Arizona, is very different from, like, Phoenix, which is literally built in a place that no human was born to live in. They're like, oh, it's 120 degrees and there's no water? Let's live here. Hand off to Dickerson, left side. Not the best run stick we've seen from franchise.
No, I thought he was going to cut it up a little sooner than that. But, man, this Dickerson fights. Even when he gets tackled for a loss, he's fighting.
O'Brien says, thanks for the entertainment tonight, guys. Ate and drank a tad too much yesterday. It's so nice to have something to do without having to move. It's what we're here for. Lazy entertainment. No need to walk anywhere. Just
I'm a big fan of lazy.
I love it. Just put Mudhead TV. Make sure you hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live.
Big fan of not moving. You know, there's a reason Grubhub sponsors out here.
I know it's surprising, but me too. 14-10 franchise on top, and he is using as much clock as he can. 2nd and 13. Dickerson's got blockers. He's got a 1st down and more. He may have a touchdown. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5. FranchiseGG. Wow. Try to put the GGs in the chat with that touchdown run from Eric Dickerson.
And just like that, I mean, that's the funny thing about Madden 20 is you can run the same defense versus the same play and stop it over and over and over and over. And then it just takes one time, and they're off to the races.
And now Cleff, he's in trouble. I mean, those 3 first-half turnovers really doomed him, and franchise taking advantage of getting the ball first to start the second half as the kick is up, and it is good. It's a 11-point game, franchise on top.
Right, and now you're down 2 scores to a runner, and you're almost forced to be one-dimensional, so that's going to help his defense tremendously because he doesn't have to worry about you running stretch to Tyreek Hill like you did in the first half. He turns you one-dimensional, and then you allow him to be what he is, a runner, and he can eat at the clock.
Carlton77 in the chat asks, are drops working? As far as we know, yes. We know there's some problems with it. As far as we know, they were fixed last week, but it's also Thanksgiving. We have no way to. We're not on our Xboxes, so we believe yes.
People are on vacation.
The Money Train says, running it every play is lame.
Yeah, well, I mean, stop it. I mean, you don't want a guy to run on you. Find some run defense.
Dasnick asking, what is franchise's playbook on offense? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I can throw out my guess.
I would guess West Coast.
I would guess West Coast because
I think he had Near in there. The eye tight, and he's got a bunch and all that stuff. I would guess West Coast.
I mean, it's a good guess. Throw out West Coast and Oakland, and that's going to be most of them.
And then Cleff said the other day on stream his playbook. I can't think of it off the top of my head. He said it has the best bunch in the game, and it wasn't West Coast. And I can't for the life of me remember which one it was.
Rose in the chat says LT is fast.
Yeah,
that's top-notch
breaking news. That power-up card with Sprinter, I think he gets up to 90 speed.
God.
So.
And that's not a wide receiver. That's a linebacker.
That's great flying off the edge. But honestly, with the way these escape artist quarterbacks are, maybe putting him in a spy ain't a bad thing.
Luck on 1st down. Cleff down by 2 scores. Right up the seam. Tyreek Hill.
There's your answer.
Oh, you can't leave him open anywhere. You especially can't leave him open down Main Street. As Coach Skimbo, happy to see that one.
And there's your answer.
You saw that blatant Coach Skimbo top-notch smile of.
And we saw this the entire game when franchise played Wesley last game. Every time he scored, Wesley would score to put pressure back on him, and franchise answered the bell every single time.
Somebody asked, is he running the Seattle playbook? That's what Boogs ran it.
It could be.
Might be Seattle.
It could be.
I know Boogs ran that at Cleff.
I'm not a passer, so I couldn't tell you.
Rockets in the chat says that swerve is nasty.
Yeah, Cleff is good at that. Skimbo is another one who's very good at that. He'll swerve you on the sideline and rack catch it.
Well, it was a 2-score lead, and all of a sudden you look away, and it's back to full points. Does Franchise have another long drive in them? Well, we have to use that punt formation. We'll see. Tiger Jet saying Cleff is coming back. Cleff is never out of a game.
Ever.
G2K Duffy says drops worked fine. I pulled a power up Lamar. So there you go. Drops, yes, are working. Make sure your account is linked.
So look at that. Wrapped up in an animation, and they got out of it with the jukebox.
We're nearing the end of the third quarter. Again, our first semifinal, it was DeKing taking down Skins in a close battle. It was not a blowout. DeKing, though, just too much in the end with that heavy Panther. We saw him have to throw the ball a couple times with Lamar. And that's when you get scary. When he can move the ball on the ground with Lamar out of the Wildcat with Hollywood, and then he finds Hollywood over the top passing, how do you defend all that?
There's a lot of speed on the field. You know, even when you think he's going to run the ball and he can take the top off with Hollywood Brown, I mean, it's just a lot to account for.
Carlton77 says, I'm going to watch this more often.
You should.
It, man. Appreciate the support.
You should. I mean, it's Friday night. You don't got nothing to do.
Handoff to Dickerson, left side. I assume bad mutter effort meant to say pulled because he wrote, I puked 2 power-ups. LT was one too.
Oh, wow.
You got medicine for that? You okay?
Took down and he passed on the turkey and ate power-ups?
Been there. What's up, Chris? How's it going? I will say, I feel like, by the way, Thanksgiving leftovers are the most overrated thing in the world.
I agree with that. I'm just not a big fan of leftovers in general.
In general, I don't like leftovers, but I ate a lot of it on day one. I really just don't want to see it again on day two.
Those styrofoam to-go containers sit in my refrigerator for weeks at a time.
Oh, they're great for filling my trash bag.
Yeah.
Although, if you look at me, I'll make the joke for you guys. You look at me, I don't have a lot of leftovers. 3rd and 14, Dickerson, nowhere to go up the middle. Is Franchise going to have to punt the ball again?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
he's been comfortable doing it.
Right. As a runner, I mean, you really don't have a play for 4th and 9. And looking at the team he's put together, he doesn't have the guys outside that can make that kind of play for him.
I'm not saying that everything isn't bad, and I'm not saying I won't hit the Thanksgiving leftovers. Put your 4s up in the chat. We got 4th quarter. It's a 4-point game. 4s all over the place here in the Final 4. Franchise up 21-17. I'm not saying I won't hit it. And, of course, leftover dessert. I mean, of course, I'll roll with leftovers.
Yeah, leftover, you give me some pumpkin pie or something like that.
Yeah, leftover mac and cheese I'll roll with. I'm not going to have turkey day 2.
Right. You know, I'm tired of putting turkey on bread and doing that for weeks at a time.
Yeah, turkey sandwich, I might. I'd rather go with the ham. Kenona, love listening to NBL Network. Been a nice long night with lightning and thunder outside in Missouri. Kenona, always appreciate you and your support of Friday Night Football. Giving those gift subs in the chat and being such a positive force in the community.
All right. Looks like Cleff going back to work here.
I don't know. I just feel like Cleff is primed to take this one. Crosser.
Look at that.
And that's the part that Cleff does so well. He baited the user to take one step towards the quarterback and open up the crosser.
You know, and you get the quarterback outside on the edge like that, and it puts a lot of pressure on your user. Do you give up the scramble with the escape artist quarterback? Do you continue to chase the route and let him get that dashing dead-eye throw? And right there, Cleff made him make a decision and took the easy throw.
Already at the 44-yard line. Andrew Luck, I think a player we're going to see a lot of at the clubs in December. We're going to see a lot more luck with that escape artist and dashing deadeye.
Right. I'm not sure Lamar can get dashing deadeye yet.
Oh, God, Lamar with dashing deadeye, we're done.
That would be unfair.
All the time in the world. Only a 3-man rush. The O-line, he blocked the running back as well, but there's just nobody open.
Great defense.
And he takes a hit. And,
fantastic
boy, for somebody who's already
defense.
seen Luck fumble twice, I'm surprised he let Shaq Griffin hit him.
He hasn't backed off at all from trying to run with Luck.
T-Port's in the chat saying, let's go, Cleff.
Get rid of the ball.
Guys, who do you think's going to win this one? Give me an idea in the chat. A 1 if you think Franchise is going to hold on to win. Give me a 2 if it's going to be Cleff, the god of the comeback. Vegas Black Hole saying that 87 Abrams is OP and nickel.
I didn't know he had a card.
Second and 10. Four-man rush. Luck steps up. He's going to take off. He'll have a first down. What blocking down the field.
Okay.
And Cleff will slide and not take the hit.
He's learning. You know, don't get greedy. You had a big gain. Just get down and take your yards.
If you're at home, you're trying to think, how can I improve my game? How can I become a better player? I think that was the epitome of what separates guys. It's not just a scramble around the edge. It's really easy to pull the ball down and sort of run around the outside.
Right.
It's having the courage to step up in the pocket.
Right, step up, find the gap in the lineman, and just take off.
Josh C. asking, what speed do you need for escape artist?
82 speed gets escape artist.
Dime Wild 619 with 5 months of Twitch Prime. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for supporting Friday Night Football. Guys, we still have NFL 100 card to give away on Twitter after the final. And we're also going to be giving away that Mudhead t-shirt. So make sure you put ! giveaway in the chat. That'll give you the link. Click on that link. Spend your points. Get your ticket so you can win some Mudhead swag. Can never have too much swag, right?
No, never. I wouldn't know, but I wear recycled t-shirts all the time.
Right, but you wear the sunglasses indoors, so
That's
clearly
right.
Your swag level is way higher than mine.
Allegedly.
Second down and 10. Gun punch near the 2-minute warning. Luck steps up. Luck sits down as King with the sack. Boy, Franchise's defense has contained Cleff incredibly well.
He's done a great job. I mean, and like I said, you see these EMB guys tweet about escape artists and how OP it is a lot on Twitter. So, you know, when they find something that's OP, they're going to put their heads together and they're going to find a way to slow it down.
How about Jermaine Gresham with the catch on the left side? It's a 2-minute warning. Talk about a guy who doesn't get a whole lot of catches in salary cap. No. Jermaine Gresham making a play.
That's one of those budget tight ends, you know. You just kind of a filler spot for him.
Jermaine Gresham, Michael Pruitt.
All those. I was using 10 caps tight end.
Well, 4th and 4. Cleff trying to stay alive, down by 4. Can he get the conversion? What will Franchise do defensively? Do you like being aggressive here defensively, or would you be more conservative?
I like being aggressive because you can, even if you're aggressive and he scores a touchdown here, you're going to have time.
Oh, what a tackle at the line, and who else but a man who just got an NFL 100 card, Lawrence Taylor, stands up Andrew Luck at the line to gain. And just like that, Franchise can taste that championship berth.
And now Cleff has to find run defense now. You know, he can't give up any first downs right now.
Handoff, Dickerson up the middle, big hit. Tillman lays the lumber, but Dickerson picks up 4.
You know, and if you're Franchise, you can live with that. You know, 4 yards a pop is going to win you this game. You're 1 first down away.
Oh, it was 3 turnovers in the first half that killed Cleff. And now Franchise with a stop on 4th down. 2nd and 6, 2 timeouts remaining for Cleff. Minute 48 to go in the game. Who will take on Dick King to be the Friday Night Football number 43 champion? Joe Staley going in motion from right to left. It's going to be Dickerson up the middle one more time. Pat Tillman makes the tackle. 3rd down, about 4.
Great tackle. You know, you haven't thrown many passes all game. I wonder if at some point you get there and you kind of want to run a play action.
Oh, how great would that be?
That would be fantastic. But, again, I don't know if he has the personnel to do that.
3rd and 5.
It's like he's in a cover 2 show. Those corners and hard flats are going to come and play the outside run, maybe stretch to the left here.
Got Dickerson in the backfield.
Nope. Going back to the right.
Looks like it's going to be a stretch right. Going to bring Staley in motion to the left side.
Get Cleff to move guys that way.
And then he runs it to the right. But good gap presence.
Great defense.
No gain on the play. Will Cleff have yet another shot to win this game? Franchise with his fourth punt.
I've never seen 4 punts from a Madden player in my life. Ever. Like all time, not just one game. But this is
combined.
Like these are the moments guys like Cleff live for. You know, and you've got time. You know, you got a minute and a half left, no timeouts. You're down 4. Pretty good field position. I mean, you're not pinned inside your own territory. Guys like Cleff really step up in moments like this. Let's see if Franchise has an answer for him.
Luck stepping up. He's going to take off. That escape artist slides down, picks up the 1st down. Boy, how scary is that? Seeing the 2 players come to sandwich Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck has taken a beating this game.
1st and 10. Luck dropping back. Minute 9 and counting.
Oh, he's got the corner.
He's got a corner wide open. That's Marvin Harrison, a blown coverage. And Cleff the God is going to take the lead. You give a man who has the God in his name enough chances, he will make you pay. Cleff back on top.
And now that just really hurts Franchise because Franchise is a runner. Franchise doesn't have the receivers to stretch the field, and he's got a little over a minute left. Now he's really going to have to dig deep if he wants to find a way to score here.
How about all game? It has been Franchise on top. He's made the plays. He's gotten a couple turnovers. But you just give enough. 4 punts from Franchise. You give enough chances to Cleff, he's going to make you pay. Yeah, now he's a 3-point lead.
And that's the thing. You can't give a guy, like you said, you can't give a guy like Cleff that many opportunities.
Will Eric Dickerson cash in one more time? Can Franchise stay alive? He's got 1,000 in his pocket already. Dickerson, stretch run right side. Has Cleff found some run defense at the time he needs it the most?
Looks like it's funny how I swear there's momentum meter like NCAA used to have in Madden. We don't see it, but I know it's there because all of a sudden now that run defense is looking very tough, and it really wasn't for the first 3.5 quarters.
But let's just put exclamation point giveaway in the chat. 2nd and 12. Aikman, stretch run, Dickerson. There's a lot of white jerseys over there.
There. Whatever adjustment Cleff made is working.
Tomb Train says literally running with 1 minute and no timeouts. He doesn't deserve to win.
That's the downside of building a team like this. When you get in a situation where you're down and you have to throw, you can't.
Does have Troy Aikman. He has Tyreek Hill out there.
And he's got Logan Paulson.
Well, he's not quite Tyreek Hill.
No.
I get it.
Logan Paulson has been a 10-cap tight end on everybody's salary cap team for the last 3 years.
It's like Logan Paulson, Troy Apke. Those are who you have. Might be a free play.
Oh, my gosh.
And that free play got him nothing. It is going to be an offsides on Devin White. Toberly says needs playbook GG. 10 out of 10.
It might be the comment of the night.
Well, Franchise really had Cleff in what seemed like a box for a while. He had a 10-point lead, an 11-point lead.
No, and his defense has played great. He's forced turnovers. He's kept Cleff on his toes the whole time. He's played great. His offense didn't get it done. He gave Cleff way too many chances.
4th and 2, Cleff, a stop, ends this game. Stretch run left side.
Oh,
that jukebox is nasty, but that clock is running out. Right. Franchise uses his final timeout.
And you can live with that if you're Cleff. You didn't have to stop him on that 4th down necessarily. I mean, he's going to get a couple cracks at it, but he's running the ball. And the way the runoff is when you no huddle, he's going to lose 8 to 12 seconds every time he no huddles. So realistically, he has 2 plays here probably.
But here's all I'm saying. If there was a time to pull out that surprise dot down the field, this is it.
Yeah, but who do you throw it to? I mean,
Logan Paulson.
Logan freaking Paulson.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it, man.
Bombs away.
Roll with it. He's got Aikman. Find Joe Staley. He's got Staley on the fly route. Find that big boy down the field. Dropping back to pass. 3-man rush. Waiting, looking, chuck it up. There's no time.
And that's a 12-second runoff. Tick, tick, tick. He's going to spike it.
He's going to get the spike. He's going to have one play. I'm telling you, should have thrown up Joe Staley. What is can somebody in the chat find me Joe Staley's spec catch rating? I'm going to guess probably 94.
So I don't like that you thought if you knew you were going to pass the ball there, why not move Dickerson out at receiver or try to get him outside instead of having him in pass blocking? That does nothing to help you.
3rd and 21, but more importantly, the last play of the game.
And now you get a stretch.
Here's the stretch. Makes 1-man miss. Makes 2-man miss.
No.
He's in open space. Does Cleff have a tackle? He's got a blocker in front of him. What a tackle at the 20-yard line. The CPU gets him. Is that Troy Apke with the tackle?
And you see what he did there? He ran back, and he kept that lineman occupied down the field, and it let the computer go in there and make a tackle.
Almost a disastrous end to the game for Cleff.